Hey, Shalom, Israel. We're at ISUPK, starting on 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under the commanding Junior Hunter. All right. And since 1969, we were bringing out the truth, according to the Bible, about who the true Jews are. That's right, man. The Israelites of antiquity, the so called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. All right. We are not affiliated with any other Israelite groups, okay? We stand alone. All right. Not your Muslim mosques, not your Christian church. You understand? We are the point of reference, the point of origin when it comes to the absolute truth according to the Bible. Shout out to Commander Junior Hana, all the other priests and prophets in this truth. Hey, shalom, shalom, shalom. All right, like I said, tonight is the Tuesday night Brotherhood class. All right. So tonight we're gonna be talking about some nasty work, man. When I say nasty work, I'm talking about society here in America and why it's important that you learn what brotherhood is. Okay. And so to dumb it down all the way and completely, brotherhood is who you are, right? The law, statutes, and commandments that teach you brotherhood. That brotherhood is your identity. This is the separating factor from a vessel of honor and a vessel of dishonor. All right. When it comes to the 12 tribes, the nation of Israel, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native American Indians, all right, we're the vessel of honor. All the other nations upon the earth, man, the Lord's not dealing with. He doesn't give a damn about. All right. So we'll kick this thing off with a precept. All right. So if you're a trooper or brother in all black, man, write these precepts down, okay? You're gonna need them. All right. This is what we do in the ISUPK. And one day you aspire to be an officer and stand on that platform of wood and go out in the streets and tell the devil to his face. You know what I'm saying? So that our people can stand up and come together like we're supposed to, man. Get these precepts in you, man. All right, write them down. They're gonna help you shed yourself for the world. All right. And that's what's necessary. All right. That's what's necessary, absolutely necessary if you want to be a priest and prophet, man. If you want to shed yourself for the world and all its pollution, this is what you have to do, man. You have to stand up and be a damn man. Yes, I said it. A man, not a girly man, a man. You understand? Stand in your identity, black, Hispanic, and Native American Indian. And I got news for you. When those other nations come over here and they say you're dumb, it's not something that's so analytical. It's plain. They're saying you're dumb because you don't even know who you are. And it's high time that you wake up out of sleep. You're a so-called black, Hispanic, and Native American Indian. All right. They call us dumb because all this information out here, all this technology, all right, all this knowledge, and we still, when it comes to the irrefutable evidence, choose to be less than who we are as a people. And that's our problem. This is why we're destroyed for a lack of knowledge. You understand? But tonight, you know what I'm saying? Lord willing, I'll be able to give you some knowledge, man. All right. So we're gonna go to the book of Micah to start it off. All right. But before we go to the book of Micah, hey, Shalom. Yahweh Shem Yahshua thumb to the brothers. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shem Yahshua to the sisters. All right. Brotherhood is synonymous to sisterhood. All right, sisters, I ain't forgot about you. All right. That's very important. We're a nation of people that have been trodden upon, man. And why is that? It's because we lost our salt, man. We lost our flavor. One of the most devastating things my eyes had to witness was a breakdancing contest in this year's Olympics. Pissed me off to the core. I didn't want to see it, man. I didn't want to see it. We don't fake effing up the potato salad. You know what I'm saying? We don't fake not having any rhythm. You know, we don't fake those things, man. So when they fake take on our identity and our customs, you should be offended. You should have a problem with it because they learned it from who? You. In hopes to what? Get their love, get their affection. You know what I'm saying? Get their blessing. You know, forget all that, man. Take back what the Lord had blessed you with, man. That's your identity. All right. We'll go to the book of Micah, chapter 2, verse. We're gonna start at 10. All right. This is the book of Micah, chapter 2, verse 10. It says, Arise ye and depart. All right. So it's talking to some people, a group of people, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. All right. If you look like me, you got a peasy ass head, and no shame in my game. Yeah. My skittle diddle. I still got hair in the middle, but my hair is like wool. Ain't no shame in my game. That's who I am. You understand? If you look like me, this is who I'm talking to. The so-called blacks, Hispanic, Native American Indians. All right. Arise. You talking about you. Get up. Get up off your kundalini. Get up off them high parts, man. It says, and depart. I mean, leave your damn house. Meaning, depart from this wicked world, man. You understand? Depart from America. Stop doing the things that America does. Stop celebrating those wicked holidays. We have our own traditions. We have our own cultures. You know what I'm saying? Hey, shalom, brother. We have our own traditions. We have our own culture. If you have any questions, please type in the chat, man. All right. It says, arise ye and depart. All right. Now we have a semicolon. It's going to be a continuation. So when you read this, understand it's going to be a continuation from what you just read. All right. This is the subject. I'm going to read the predicate. For this is not your rest. We have another colon. All right. So we're going to stop there. This is not your rest. This is not a place to be lax if you're a so called Black, Hispanic, Native American Indian. This is not a place for you to sit down and kick your damn feet up. There's too much work to be done. We have to build the kingdom of heaven. You understand? And it's not going to look like the Twin Towers that could be knocked down. It looks like you, it looks like me. That's how you build the kingdom of heaven. Because the kingdom of heaven is inside of you, Black man, Hispanic man, and Native American Indian. It's in you, Black woman, Hispanic woman, Native American Indian woman. Everything that America has taught you was made. You know what I'm saying? That agenda was to beat you down, keep you in psychological chains. All right. And those chains I have the key for, and I'm going to give it to you. You are not who they say you are. All right. So use that key right there and unlock your full potential, Black man, Hispanic man, Native American Indian, Black woman, Hispanic woman, Native American Indian woman. I'm giving you the keys to unlock that psychological bondage that you're in. You are not who they say you are. This is why they call you dumb. Because with the information that's placed before you, you choose not to listen. And this is why it's nasty work living here in America. You understand? But if you're not being persecuted for standing in your true identity, then you don't really follow Christ. You may be a Christian, all right, but that's negatively connotated, man. Because every Christian says they follow Christ, but they won't lay their life down for their brother, their sister. When I say lay their life down, I don't mean come to your demise. I'm talking about that wicked ass agenda you have in your head. Yeah, that big ass head that's shaped like a question mark, the big scoop in the back. I just want to slap the hell out when I'm in the line, standing behind you while you arguing with the cashier about some ham. So you can go home and make you a ham sandwich. Understand this, man. I'm giving you the keys to success. All right. Those stereotypes, you know what I'm saying? The way the world perceives you is not who you are. All right. We're known by the curses because we don't keep the laws, statutes, and commandments of this Bible. And in the Brotherhood class, those laws, statutes, and commandments, shout out to Priest Officer Khan, you're going to learn about tomorrow, right? Those laws, statutes, and commandments have everything to do with your identity. You don't want to be that wicked bastard the Bible speaks of. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be that person that's going to get your head cut off. It's going to be rolling down the street. So ain't going to be smoking the window. It's going to be looking stupid, collecting gravel and dust because you want to be a wicked bastard. Like your father, the devil. Devil just means deceiver. All right. So now I'll give you the keys to success so you can unlock that bondage you're in, that yoke of iron that you put around your neck and wear it so proudly. You are not, you understand? You are not, when it comes to the so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, supposed to do what those other wicked nations do. Do you do what a toilet does? Huh? Do you drink piss and eat crap? No, you don't. That's what a vessel of dishonor does. The so-called Hamites. That's what they actually do. Google it if you don't believe me. That is not what we do. What would you do if you saw your sweet child, the one you broke your back for 24 years, 25 years, that's put in college? They have all this education just to act like some filthy savage. How perturbed would you be, man? You understand? How upset would you be if you saw your child doing that? What do you think the Most High feels when he sees you eating on the damn floor like some savage with your hands and feet? As somebody chew something up and spit it all in a dish, and they say it's a rare delicacy. You damn right it's rare. You understand? You get a rare ass whooping if you think we're gonna eat that up in my house, man. If you think you're gonna serve that at the Passover, it's not going down, man. It's not. So when it says arise and depart, for this is not your rest, it's talking to you, Black man, Hispanic man, and Native American Indian. And when I say Black man, Hispanic man, and Native American Indian, it's anonymous to you women as well. All right. You're going to be held accountable too. And this is why we're raising up strong men to hold you accountable. And we're going to get further into this thing once I get to this opening precept. All right. You got any questions? Please type it in the chat. Because it is polluted. All right. Why would you want to rest in your pollution, man? That's like when you were a child, you would, soil the linen sometimes. You had a bad dream. Or maybe, you didn't have a bad dream. Maybe your sphincter muscle wasn't developed all the way. So you couldn't hold your urine. And your dream, you just drifted right to the toilet. It feels like you right there. And you just let it go. And went from warm and it felt warm and down with the wet and cold. That's pollution, man. And for you to sit in it now, understand it's a reason why the Bible said arise and depart. This place is polluted, man. Understand the so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native American Indians, we've shed our blood, sweat, and tears for this wicked nation. Just for them to come over here and take a dump on everything that you've given your heart to, your mind to. And they're stepping on your back just to get higher and higher. This is not your rest, man. We have work to do, all right? It says, because it is polluted, it shall destroy you. What is that pollution? What is that pollution you're talking about, Officer Quatazar? Well, I tell you what, in a few letters, the LGBTQ community. All right, you can add whatever letter you want to add to it. That's pollution. Okay. I don't understand how America, well, I do understand, but that's going to be a different class. How you could sit here and say, oh, that person's just a map, a minor attracted persons. And then, give somebody jail time for molesting a kid. What do you think maps do? You understand? What do you think those alternative lifestyle people do? If I hear one more woman say I've sexualized after coming outside the house with damn near nothing going, you're not sexualized, you're sexualizing society. And America thinks it's okay, right? And then you're going to say, oh, I'm one of the most unprotected, black women are one of the most unprotected. Your protection, first and foremost, starts with you. So cover up your ass. How about that? Cover it up. You put money in the bank, you hold your phone like this to type it in and check your cash app, but yet still, you won't preserve your life. You don't think about, oh man, it being cold and put a jacket on. You don't think about, putting on some pants that actually fit. It has to be skin tight. You want to be blaming somebody for your BV because you can't control your pH down there. You understand? Cover it up. And when it comes to men, listen, man, stop loving what you see so much. Because understand this, when you do it, what is a woman going to do? They're going to give you what it is you ask for. I don't say, man, oh, mom, this, that, and the third. Listen, if that's what you want, that's what society's going to give you. So until you stand against it, it's going to be ready and available. And it's going to be diseased and polluted. Let's get some more of this pollution. It ain't just the alphabet gang. It's murder. You understand? We have a lack of compassion for our own people. You'll pray that your brother who didn't pay you back is unalived instead of praying that the wicked man, the oppressor the Bible speaks of, instead of praying that he drops dead because he's the reason for your poverty, you want your brother to suffer before him. Oh no. See, we got to change that around. The Bible says those who led you into captivity should go into captivity. And understand this, man. Seek justice upon those who are the reason you're in the condition you're in condition. Your brother didn't put you in them chains. He didn't put you on that boat, transatlantic slave trade. And you know what I'm saying? Most of you on the way down here, we can't wear skinny jeans, sir. Why would you want to, man? If I'm getting on the sisters, and that's a good question. Why would you want to? You want to show your what? Your rod print. You want some sister who's fighting her addiction or fighting her nymphomania to do what? Fall subject to your print? You want some child that's 5 year olds that's waist level to see your print, man? You don't want that. I'm getting on these sisters about their decorum. Why would you want to wear garments that pertain to a woman? Because women aren't supposed to wear garments that pertain to men. You understand? We have priestly, warlike apparel that we put on, man. You can put some jeans on, man. You got to wear no nut huggers, brother. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to the sisters, understand this. When you say you're sexual, you're not sick. You're projecting, right? You're sexualizing a 5 year old child who's about yay high, a kindergartner. because they're right at the level of your funky behind. And you got your drawers all up in your butt. Now he's in kindergarten. He can't think about his shapes. He can't think about his colors. You know, he's not going to learn anything because in his mind, he's going to see your big black behind or lack thereof. Understand, that's not right. That's child molestation. Because instead of that child thinking about colors and playing on the playground, he's wondering, dang, what was that big old camel-like thing? What was that thing hanging out from under there? Nut hugger. Yeah, man, you won't wear no nut huggers, man. Come on, man. They're gonna call them joggers, faggies. You don't want to wear those. Put you on some pants, man. Be a damn man. There should be a difference between your garments and your woman's, or clothing, I should say. All right. There should be a difference. You shouldn't be going to the dryer and you picking up your pants. You don't know if it's your woman's or yours. You mess around, wear her pants out the house. And she look at you suspect like now the brother at the damn liquor store who has on them big old baggy pants, you know what I'm saying? She feels okay, she sees a difference. You got to make it make sense, Israel. Now understand this: where there is no law, there's no sin. But just because there's no law there doesn't mean it's expedient. All right. If you at the bar, you bent over, something comes slap your behind. Not saying that's gonna happen. You turn around as a dude, don't get mad. Don't y'all start fighting. All right. You gotta lead by example, especially being a priest and prophet in this wicked nation. Let me get back to this precept. We're in the book of Micah, chapter 2, verses 10. All right. Arise ye. Talk about the so-called blacks, Hispanic, Native American Indians. This is not up to the sisters. All right. Y'all gotta rise too. A lot of brothers fall victim to trying to do what? Give you what you want. Oh, I love my sweet honey boo boo so much. Tell her ass no, then, man. Stand up. Make your head as hard as an embankment and go against it. It's your job to save her. She wants to wear those little tight pants and them bra and panty sets because Tyrone at the printer might just be man enough to do what you can't do. You understand? And that's where them pants, you know, not trim his beard, yoke her up and tell her, hey man, sit your ass. And that's not his job. No way, shape, form, or fashion am I condoning that. But you have to be the master of your own household, man. All right. So arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. Okay. This is not a place for you to be happy and content. All right. Because it is polluted. We're talking about its pollution, man. It's polluted. Think about garbage. Man, that's garbage, man. Why would he go on TV and do that? Man, that's trash. The outfit is trash. Oh, that party was garbage. This place is polluted, man. Polluted. And here you go with your ideas on how to make America great again. Keep them to yourself. All right. America was never great for the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. It says, it shall destroy you. All right. That destruction. When you look out the window and you ride downtown and you see our people on the bus stop with a full blanket, it's 80 degrees. They're not covering up because they're cold. They're trying to hide their shame, man. You understand? That's destruction. When you see that sister that's strung out, scratching and itching, one shoe on, one shoe off, you like Moneybag Yo so much. Everybody loves Dolph. Well, he preaches something that's absolutely against these laws, statute, commandment. That's how to be a wicked witch, man. A drug dealer. Feeding our people that smack. He doesn't even do it. You understand? That's destruction. It is destroying us. It's overtime. That's destruction. Why are you working so much overtime? Because your baby's birthday's coming up? Oh, let me guess. What's around the corner? Valentine's Day? You're going to spend your whole check on some damn balloons and some chocolate. That's going to be 75 to 80% off the day after. Mind you, it's a sin. You're celebrating a wicked, wicked God or goddess, whatever. That's another class, though. What, for the 4th of July, you got to have $10,000 worth of fireworks, firecrackers. You understand? And they don't say anything about that type of pollution. All that paper in the street. You know what I'm saying? Nobody out writing citations. They just let you do it. And I got news for you, black man. You were in chains when it was celebrating their independence. All right. Tune in Monday for the history class. All right. Right now, we're in the Brotherhood class. It says, even with a sword destruction. Look, what is sword destruction? Let's get the definition of sword. All right. If you got any questions, please type it in the chat. And the water priest for asking that question, man. Ask your question. I'm gonna get you right. You ain't gotta go out the house with no nut huggers on, man. Them skin tight jeans. You gonna wear skin tight jeans? You might as well cross your legs, man, when you sit down. I never understood that. You wear them skin tight jeans, mess around, and sit on one of your nuts. Stomach gonna be hurting all day. Get some regular pants, it'll be all right. I promise you. All right. We're gonna look up sore because it said it will destroy you with a sore destruction, causing emotional pain and distress. What do you know? Why do you think someone's always getting irritated? That's vexation, man. That's a curse from the Most High Power. Barakatah Yahweh Shai. It says a sore destruction. All right. That's emotional pain and distress. Think of any time, and you can put in the chat if you want to, you suffered emotional pain or distress. All right. Emotional pain or distress. Physical tender. As for overuse or injury, man, you can't even eat. Your chest hurting so bad because of this sore destruction. Feeling or affected by pain. Your heart, you achy, break your heart. You just don't think. Nobody understands. That's a sore destruction, man, because you want to rest where you should be getting up and going to war. That's the problem with us, man. We don't want to go to war. We accept everything. You accept it until you no longer want to accept it because it's affecting you and your so-called happiness. It's affecting your rest. You don't give a damn about the mother that's screaming over her son's unalived and deceased body in the street. You can't hear it till it's next door. Now it's a problem because it's affecting your rest. Understand this, man. What would be a heaven with a whole bunch of white babies floating around, butt naked? You understand? It don't matter. Little rods, little nasty rods floating around, smelling like dogs, and just you up there smoking all your weed, doing what you want to do. You might as well do that here. That's where it's at. I understand that. You could do that here. That's one thing I never understood. Why would an angel look like some confused adolescent with wings that's butt naked? You know what that is? That is a homosexual fantasy. And they gave it to you as a perception of heaven, man. You have to absolutely hate someone to know that that's against the laws of the Bible, their nationality, their heritage, who they are. To put that upon someone so they can be sorely, sorely destroyed by their power. You understand? That's their defense, man. But understand their defense is your offense. But you're never gonna get that J just right. I don't care how much you pay your shooting coach. Man, you're gonna be bricking all day in the Christian church. You come into the ISUPK, you're gonna start knocking down some of them jumpers, man. You're gonna start jumping out the damn gym when you understand who the hell you are, what's required of you. What's required of you? You don't want nobody stealing from you. You don't want nobody whooping up on your ass, do you? You don't want some man laying up with your honey boo boo and sisters. You think you just run your man. You don't want another sister to look at. But you'll do what the oppressor says do and hate one another and then love him. Why? Because he don't look like this. But I got news for you. This brother right here, the depiction of Yahweh Shah Mashiach, this is what's burnt into my head. Not Caesar Borgia or Cesar Borgia. You understand? Someone who is an absolute U.S. citizen. You understand? Someone who says make America great again with his actions and his works. Who raped his sister and unalived his brother. Did a whole bunch of unseemly and lewd things. And you wonder why you do them. This is why we have that sword destruction. Always mad. Feeling a certain type of way. And you want to do what? You want to express your feelings of pain. How do you express a feeling of pain? Somebody ask me that. How do you express your feelings of pain because you're not doing what Micah said do here in chapter 2, verse 10? You haven't arisen and departed because you chose it to be your rest. It's destroying you. You understand? And even with the sword destruction, that sword destruction is the reason why you want to express yourself. But the only way to express yourself after being destroyed, after disobeying the Lord's law, statutes, and commandments, is to sin some more, to push the agenda, you understand, of this wicked world, to go out and be a even bigger, flaming alternative lifestyler, to be an even bigger murderer, a super demon, to be the biggest, sneakiest drug dealer, to be that person that nobody wants to be around. And that's because we're choosing this world over brotherhood, which is the kingdom of heaven. And I got news for you, man. Christ isn't coming back to build up the kingdom of heaven. He's coming back to rule over it. So all you naysayers are opposed to it because you're so old in your mind and so wise and you're not going to change. Understand. Ain't gonna be no slow singing and flower bringing when Christ comes back. You're not gonna get caught up in a rapture like that stupid movie. I can't think of the name right there. The blue light comes down and then you just started ascending, right? And if you do something wrong, you fall back. That's not gonna happen. You're gonna get your head cut off. And those who led us into captivity are gonna go into captivity, man. It's gonna be thermonuclear warfare. We're at the brinks of it right now. Why do you think the oppressor is ditching his ways? You understand? And trying to get further in tune with yours because we're bringing the truth out. And understand this. When the Lord came to us, we didn't want to hear it. We didn't want to have nothing to do with it. They understand the power of our God. And so now they're taking on our nationality, man. And we're not. We want to eat foo-foo and joel up till it's coming out of our ears. You want to eat with your fingers, huh? The same stupid fingers you got butt head. You've been scratching your ass all day. You want to eat with those. You want to be like the oppressor. I got news for you. The oppressor is surely going to come to their demise. Understand that. This is why we're doing what we're doing. I'm absolutely terrified of the Most High. That was the beginning of all my knowledge. When I found out that he would absolutely unalive me for smoking, that wacky tobacco, for hating my sister, you understand, for hating my brother. These are the people we're going to have to take up arms with because the other people are going to absolutely want to unalive you. You're seeing it every day. What is the point of marching with people you're going to be cussing out next week? March ain't never stopped nothing or started anything. But what? More whoredom? Understand, man. This is the answer right here. I'll give you the keys to success, right? But here's the thing. You're going to have to work, man. You're going to have to suffer your soul some type of affliction. You got to have a contrite heart. And the only way to do that is realizing that pain that you feel that makes you be a lustful bastard, you understand? That burning desire you have to do wrong, understand, you're going to feel that when you do right. And just like it only lasts a couple seconds, when you get your meat wet, and then you realize you made a mistake, and you done came in a prostitute or some boy, it's going to be the same thing, right? But without the guilt, without the shame, when you turn from your wicked ways, and you turn to the kingdom of heaven. This is why we pray facing the east, man. I'm trying to make it to our promised land. I'm not trying to make it to happy land. You understand? I'm not a happy brother. Ain't nothing happy about the situation of our people. You have to be a selfish, wicked bastard like the oppressor to be one to find rest here. Nah, that it's high time we wake up out of sleep. So I'm gonna go ahead and drop that, man. If you got any questions, please type it in the chat. You understand? We're gonna get into our topic, man. That nasty work called America. The work you do with your hands. You understand? Don't say you love something and then don't put no work behind it. We know what you love. You love pulling on yourself. Old rubbing tongue, that's what you love. You love modern day porn, soft porn. And if you follow a whole bunch of these Instagram models, brother, that's soft porn. You understand? It's unnatural to have that much tainted ass in your phone and you not think that it's porn. Well, it's not fully naked. You get aroused. That's what's killing the fire inside of you. Now you're going out here and showing a sister what it means to be some type of horny bastard. And sisters, you're not about to escape this tongue lashing, man. We're going to get into our first word tonight. Brothers, Like I said, if you're listening to this and you're a trooper and you're not a 500, it's an absolute order to write this down. If you're at the slave, I get it. Rewind it back like Tupac, you know what I'm saying, said. Don't picture me rolling, you know what I'm saying? Get that ballpoint pen rolling and take down these precepts, all right? Now I'm gonna give you a word. It's called lasciviousness. You understand? And this is a problem for the so-called Black, Hispanic, Native American Indian. It's a problem for our men, which is sad to say, and it's a problem, an absolute problem for our women. All right, whether of old or of young, it's an absolute problem. And even when it comes to infancy, man, I seen a woman put lashes and a wig on a toddler. You understand? We serve a great and terrible God. Understand that, man. Don't forget that. Great and terrible. So lascivious. All right. I'm gonna get the definition of lascivious. Give me just a second. If you got any problems hearing me, let me know. If you got any questions, please type it in the chat. All right. I'm gonna give you this definition right quick, and then we're gonna get into another precept. All right. So the topic of tonight is nasty work. If you're just tuning in, what is that nasty work? Right? Nasty work. I ain't talking about taking out the trash. You have to take out the trash. Nasty work is something that you do that's absolutely disgusting, but you're putting your hands to the plow to show and prove that that's what you choose to do. That's your work. That's your so-called carbon footprint that you're leaving here. Whether it's you watching porn or going to the grocery store, Walmart before it closed, because you know that's where all the single mothers go to pick up the men that they're gonna be dogging and writing all these stupid Facebook posts about later on down the line because they couldn't cover up their behinds because of lasciviousness. All right. The definition of lascivious: filled with, all right, or showing sexual desire, all right, lewd or lustful. Now, what is Officer Quasar talking about lasciviousness, man? Because that's a problem for our people. You want to be wearing these skin tight leggings. Now, skin tight, I'm talking about showing off your public hairs. It went from a camel toe to a moose knuckle. You want to make sure that print's on fleek. That's lewd behavior, man. That's lustfulness. Why would you think that you're going to come into the ISUPK dressed like that and fulfill the what? The 6-month rule? No, you have to shed yourself of that, man. That behavior. That's acceptable in the world, right? In America, where there's nasty work going on. But in this truth, we're going to do the work of the Lord, man. You understand? You're going to do the work of the Lord, not your works. You're going to take that lewd and lustful behavior somewhere else, not up in here. What does lewd mean? Lewd. Let's get the definition. And if you're a trooper, brother in all black, officer 50, make sure you have a Merriam-Webster's dictionary. All right. This is a pocket one. I have a huge dictionary. And I have one also on my phone. It's an application. So I'm going to type the word lewd in. It's going to give me the definition. Obscene, vulgar. It's an absolute obscene thing to come out here and your butt cheeks, the black parts, you know what I'm saying, is showing where the creases are. You understand? That's very vulgar. What does vulgar mean? Lacking in cultivation, perception, or taste. That's coarse, man. Have some taste about this. Have some couth. You understand? That is not something that you should do if you're so-called Black, Hispanic, Native American Indian. You want someone to respect you. You say, oh man, you go to Facebook and say, all he wants me for is sex. That's all you portrayed was sex. You're going to go and get married, a business contract. Now, contractually, when it comes to your business, you sign a paper that says, now, oh, this is my husband, this is my wife. And as soon as sex is trash or no longer important, you want to do what? Get a divorce? Hey, T.O. Hey, shout out to my brother Terrell Pickney in the building. Ice cold brother, man. You understand? Now that sex is all that you have, you found out that this woman is an absolute idiot. And guess what you found out about yourself? You're an absolute idiot as well. Don't use your brain now when you want to use your rod. You know, don't cuss her out because the primary thing that you took and held on to was that sexual content, that explicit way of her dressing out in public. Now you want to change her. She's going to change her outward appearance just to satisfy you. But inside her, she's going to be lusting and wanting to. You're going to get to work and change her clothes. She's going to be at the damn printer with Tyrone. I got to fax this, I got to fax this, I got to fax that. You know what I'm saying? She's going to be in the grocery store, bent over, right next to the bread, waiting for somebody to come by and grope her. And brothers, you know, you're going to be that one to come by and do it, Mr. Horny Man. And then when you're so-called in love or in lust, you're going to be fighting and cussing each other out. Murder suicides. That's what I see in the news today. And why is that? Because you couldn't take the time to get to know this person had a problem. You know, you just wanted to see him in them nut huggers. You would see how long that rod was, knowing dang on well you can't do nothing with it. Now you mad at him because the way you got him is the way you're going to lose him. I mean, what you going to do? You all beat up. He don't even want you no more. You got to make it make sense. That lascivious behavior is the reason why we're destroying. That lascivious behavior is the reason why America is so great. You sell sex. S-E-X. You understand? That's what's being sold. Everybody wants to look sexy. That lasciviousness is the reason why we're destroyed. It's the reason why relationships fail. That's the reason why she's bailing on you, brother. She's tired of you breaking her back. She's tired of that extra long rod you got. You know, she's tired of that, whatever it is. You taking your blue chews. And now you done beat her all up. Now she's looking for a smaller brother. She's going with the economical edition. And she's bailing on you. You're bailing on her because she can't do what? She can't cook, she can't clean. Man, you seen the application when she was walking down the street. It didn't say nothing about cooking. The only thing cooking was that ass in them shorts. But geez, that's what was cooking. And you wanted what was on the menu. Now you're stuck with her. And then don't let a child come to this world. Right? Yeah. You wanted the eco edition. You wanted the Hugo. If you let me, you go back and try something else, man. Understand, your rod is not going to make a woman stay. Neither is your good looks. You understand? And women, you're going to lose them. You know what I'm saying? You ain't aging like some fine china. You know, biologically, chemically, anatomically, right? And physiological changes are going to happen to you. How far are you going to pull your damn face back? You're going to like the damn dude off of Men in Black, More Sugar. You done got so many facelifts trying to keep a man. How about you listen and shut the hell up? That's how you keep a man. Men, you ain't, listen, man. You ain't too far from my reach. Get on over here and get this truth, brother, according to the Bible. You understand? You have to love that woman like you love yourself. You have to absolutely provide for her that wisdom and knowledge that you can only get from this book right here. Right here. Because contrary to what you believe, if everybody loves the Lord, why ain't nobody doing what he say? She don't give a damn about what you say. And if she doesn't give a damn about what the Lord says, man, she's destroyed and she's going to destroy you. Sis, if he don't give a damn about what the Lord says, understand, you better. You better. Because that's the only thing that's keeping your rare behind the lie. You understand? It's the Most High. You know, grace and mercy is being allotted to all the so-called Blacks, Hispanic, Native American Indians. And it's absolutely being wasted. Why waste something that's going to help you, man? Don't take this grace and mercy and be some wicked bastard like, man, I just bought this pound of weed. Lord, I hear you calling me, but I got to smoke this first. And then as soon as you roll it up, you croak like a damn pig. Now you somewhere looking stupid, faded out with your mouth open. And you got all these people that didn't give a damn about you crying over your dang on casket, saying stupid stuff. Everybody, I got news for you. At the funeral, everybody's mad. You know, they're mad. Some people are sad. It's because they're never going to see you again. Some people are absolutely happy. You're not going to be a terror anymore. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to get touched anymore. You know, they're not going to get cursed out anymore. But while everybody's at your wake, you know what they want? They all just want to go eat. They want to see all the high school. They just want a reunion. They want to gather together. And you had to be unalived for such and such to come all the way back from the state of Washington. Now, this brother has a chance to finally try to do what? Get up in them drawers, man. Come on now. Y'all know what you do after a funeral. Vulnerable. I'm vulnerable. Man, understand this, man. This place will destroy you with a sword destruction. All right. That emotion that you feel that you always want to just cast on someone else because you're being destroyed. And the thing that you're doing that's destroying you, you do secretly. But then when you want to express it, you want to do it publicly. And this is why nobody cares. You're not fighting your demons, those wicked thoughts that you have. You're feeding them. Every time you do this here, you see that there? That's what looks like the scroll. All you see is hind parts, that front butt. All you're looking at is wieners. I know what you're doing, sisters. You love football. You want to see that man's hind parts. That's what you dream about. Licking the sweat off a man's booty. You can't even cook. You won't sweat washing them dishes. You understand? You won't sweat doing that. You want to do some stupid challenge that only women can do. You want to put your hands behind your head and be on your knees and lift up. Only women can do it. And somebody to come and say that's anonymous. That just like washing the dishes. Understand that. All right. You can't keep your man at home because you're making it absolute hell for him. Absolute hell. And she's only doing it, brothers, because what? You spoiled her instead of doing what? Reading this Bible right here. This is the problem. This is the solution right here. If your butt stinks, maybe it's because of that low seafood crab boil. You ever think of that? That those arthropods? You wake up and put your feet on the ground, sound like you're stepping on cornflakes. You got so many roaches in your house, but you'll just kick them under the rug. You know that speech your mom used to give you in the car before you go in the store? When I get in the store, don't y'all ask for anything. That's the same speech you have with them roaches before you have company. Hey, look, I know y'all hear me. Hey, none of y'all better come out. I got this company. All right, I left some crackers in the corner for you. You won't eat those roaches, but you'll go ahead and what? You'll unalive your brother and sister over a bag of what? Shrimp? Man, a bag of shrimp. It's so cheap. So cheap. You made it popular, black man. Just like you made all-tier lifestyle clothing popular. Something that we would never have done. You know what I'm saying? You want to what? Get the morphin. It's morphin time. You took power into a whole new level. You done morphed into what? You didn't turn into the Blue Ranger. You didn't turn into the pink one, the purple one. You know what I'm saying? You done went Super Saiyan. You went Super Gaiyan. Now you're flaming for real. And for what? Fashion? Man, come on, man. We gotta make this make sense. That lascivious behavior is not going to be tolerated in the kingdom of heaven, man. Let me get a precept real quick. All right. You got to understand, man, that lascivious behavior is what's taught to you. And guess who you teach it to? You teach it to them. You teach it to your significant other, your baby doll. And guess who you teach it to? You teach it to Bo. And you teach it to him, Bo. You teach it to her. You know what I'm saying? Society teaches our young women how to market themselves, man, before they even get a chance to build themselves up as young women, as young sisters. That's why America is nasty work. And guess who's employed by Americans? The people that give us this corporation, the so-called Black Hispanic American Indians. They put our daughters, our wives, our brothers and sisters on market. And who's at the market buying and selling? We are. Because of our lewd, obscene behaviors, man. Come on. I'm gonna go to Galatians chapter 5 and 19, man. There's something that your Christian pastor's not gonna allow you to do. Not gonna answer no questions. He's gonna do what Allegheny West or Allegheny East Conference tells him he should do according to his agenda. This is how you get them ties. You understand? This is how you get them to go in the pocket. You got to challenge them. You got to challenge them. I got news for you, man. That is not where you need to be. Get up out of that Christian church. All right. So if you don't believe what I'm about to read to you, all right, get your King James Version Bible. Go to Galatians chapter 5, verse 19. All right, we can read together. 5 and 19. All right. This is the book of Galatians, chapter 5, verse 19. Now the works of the flesh are manifest, man. The works of the flesh. What are your works of your flesh, man? What is it that you do? Huh? You at the strip club shaking and bouncing that booty like a basketball? Or are you one of the brothers at the strip club with them hundred ones? You know? What are you making manifest with your flesh? Which are these, man? What is that you're doing? All right. Adultery, fornication, uncleanness, lasciviousness, idolatry, witchcraft, hatred, variance, emulations, wrath, strife, salakia, sedition, heresies, man, heresies. Why is it listing these things? Because of the nasty work that you're doing. These are symptoms of the flesh that you're going to put your hands to working because you want to have your ass out and this man's give you the attention that your man can't give you because he's working overtime. You're going to be an adulterous woman, man. You're going to be you're going to be an unclean man. You always pull it on yourself, laying on your back. You're laying down so long you're sweating. And that's a problem. You used up all that lotion, you're still ashy. Why is that? Idolatry. What is it that you serve? Huh? You worship Instagram. You worship what? What is that? Fans only. You unhinged? Huh? What is it? Bumble for you? You want that bumblebee tuna? Envyings, murderers, drunkenness, revilings, revelings, and such like, of which I tell you before, as I have also told you in past time, that they which do such things shall not inherit the kingdom of God. You're not going to have your identity. You're not going to have brotherhood. You're not going to get the oracles of God, which is your inheritance, the kingdom of heaven, which is going to be a thing here. So understand this. Those things that are the work of your flesh that I just listed are the reason why you won't enter to the kingdom of heaven. You will never have brotherhood. You will always be in hell, which is a condition. Now, what is looking like? What is entering the kingdom of heaven look like for a so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indian? Let me help you if you're struggling. It looks like Officer Quatazar. Looks like Captain DePatazar. Looks like Commanding General Yohana. It looks like Priest and Officer Khan, man. It looks like Bon Kayel. It looks like Captain Akkad. Those brothers are the epitome of the kingdom of heaven. Because why? They picked their sword and they're going to war with all the things that your works and your hands commit to. They're swinging a sword and killing it every day. And that's how you keep the oracles of God. I just read it to you. It says that they which do such things shall not inherit the kingdom of God. So why going to church? Why going to the Christian tabernacle or your school or whatever? You know, you're trying to keep up with the times. Everything's evolving, except for those monkeys. That's another topic, right? Why are you able to do those things in church if you're going to church in order to get to heaven? In order to get to the physical kingdom of heaven, you have to reach it within you. In order to reach it within you, it's by doing what? Arising and departing from this wicked world, man. I don't think you hear me. If the kingdom of heaven is inside of you, right? And so is sin. Which one are you going to build up? You're going to let a big booty and a smile stop you? Huh? You're going to let a rod print and some nut huggers stop you? What are you going to let stop you? Some money? Paper? I got news for you. If you wonder why you were up here and then you joined this truth and everybody said, once you started wearing that little star, your life just went terrible. No, it didn't. Now you're coming into life and you're understanding that if you do right, understand, and you reject the world will show you its true colors and persecute you. I don't have a problem with persecution. I know I'm doing right. I don't give a damn who hates me. I know my brothers love me because they're doing what the Bible says they're supposed to do. And there's no greater love than the love of God. You have to understand that. The love you have absolutely sucks. It makes you slap the taste out your woman's mouth. It makes you do what? Flirt with that nigga. You know what I'm saying? It makes you put on those tight pants and walk a mile in some too little shoes. When all he asks you to do is be quiet for 2 seconds so he can put his credit card number in to pay the damn light bill. He's asking you to get up off your hind parts and go feed the baby so it can stop crying because he's trying to fix the sink. All she's asking you to do is, man, listen, man, give me a massage here and there. I understand you all for the truth. You know what I'm saying? Rock hard. You feel me? But it's an absolute glorious thing for you want to be soft and delicate like a flower. And in doing so, understand, you are supposed to care for that woman. Sisters, you're supposed to care for that man. Stop running to Facebook for all your dang on counseling. You posting, making statuses as if it were the thing to do. Only thing you go to post to post is your projections, psychological projections. So when the generals read it, they know exactly what's the problem. You're the problem. You were campaigning that ass, and that brother saw you and he elected you just for the ass, right? So when you're sitting in council, brother, he knows why you're in council. So let me get this straight. You guys are arguing, and for what reason? You don't even know each other. That's the reason. So when you give you a little lame excuse, General Hyman knows off the bat. Shout out to General Hyman, man. Oh my goodness. You know what I'm saying? Salaki Ottawa. You know what I mean? But shout out to General Hyman. He knows exactly what the problem is before you even call. He knows, I guarantee he knows the call before the call goes through. All right, let me guess. He probably at home. Let me guess. So brother can't control his rib. He can't do what the Bible says because he's too drunk all the time. He's not doing the work. He's not going to camp. He's around the house, so she's being a terror. She's not going to listen to what you say, brother, because you ain't doing what you say. You can't be a Sadducee and Pharisee. Do as I say, not as I do. Man, you have to live it. Maybe she'll follow behind you so tight you can't even get a fart out, man. Maybe she'll go in there and wash the dishes. But sisters, I'm not cutting you no slack. Because the brother that's ruling over you and you choose to call out of his name because he's pulling scriptures and he's telling you what the Bible says, you're not cussing him out. He's an angel, meaning messenger. And he's giving you the truth according to the Bible. So the only thing you're doing is sending your message. You're expressing to him your disdain openly for the Most High. And we got to stop doing that. Brothers and sisters, man. That's the point of the Brotherhood class. I'm here to help you. You understand? And in helping you, I help myself. It makes perfect sense. Why would you help someone do the wrong thing? As if you're going to move away and never see them again. The same people you're hating is the same people that's going to be holding you up in traffic, cutting you over on accident because they're trying to get home because they think somebody cheating. You speeding home. You're trying to hurry up and get in the door because you think what? Someone's in your house. You have no faith or trust or belief in one another because you have no faith, trust, or belief in the Most High. And so this is the common bond. This is how you bridge the gap to come together like you're supposed to. Zephaniah 2:1, gather yourselves together. Not in your own spirit. That's why we're separated. This is why we do the things that we do. So we have a sword destruction, man. All right, so I'm going to drop that. All right, we talk about this nasty work that's being done in America by our people. You know, when you're in your home, you're not concerned with what's going on outside. You should be that way when it comes to the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. All right. And we're in Columbus, Ohio. All right. You got any questions? Hey, man, put it in the chat. Columbus, Ohio. I'm in Southern Ohio. That's Dayton, Cincinnati, and Columbus. Soon to be Springfield. All right. Yeah, Springfield. If anybody from Springfield is watching, we know what you're doing, our Haitian brothers and sisters there. And we're coming. We are on the way. So you blood pride bastards, you think it's cool. You think they have no one to stand for them? You're just going to run all over them? Understand this, you're not. And we know your wicked works, and the Lord's going to deal with you. And we'll be there for our brothers and sisters. You understand? So go ahead and drop that. We'll go on to the next precept, all right? We have to stop teaching our brothers and sisters, you understand? The so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native American Indians, how to have this lustful and lewd behavior. What is lust? I'll tell you what lust is. We're on lasciviousness, and these are words that describe what lasciviousness is. So let's go to Merriam-Webster's dictionary. Get used to going to your dictionary and getting an absolute definition. I don't care what you think. Don't be sure, make sure. All right, so lust. What is lust? Because we all do it, right? Who hasn't lusted for something? You lusted for that Mustang. You lusted for this, you lusted for that. All right. So it's something that's done. But when it's taken out of context, man, understand it's absolutely a sin. Lust, usually intense or unbridled sexual desire. Lasciviousness, when it's unbridled, man, when something's unbridled, it's not controlled. And that's a problem. You lust so much out in the world because you think you're not under the law because you're not being arrested or killed by any Levitical priest, but you're absolutely responsible for keeping it. Just because punishment isn't expedient doesn't mean it's never going to come. You understand? This is why we have to be responsible for one another. If I see you doing something you ain't supposed to be doing, I'm going to tell you not to do it. Because in your work, that nasty work that America accepts, and you doing so, you're going to teach someone else how to do it. And that's absolutely unacceptable. And they're going to take a hold of it and keep doing it. Now you have an epidemic and a nation of people who were supposed to be a vessel of honor becoming a vessel of dishonor, man. And this is what we're doing. We're supposed to be doing, man. And you lust so much, you start to crave it. That intense, urgent, abnormal desire, that longing for sex is unusual. It's not supposed to be that way. But if you feed a fire, it will burn. And guess what happens? It's going to burn uncontrollably until you're utterly destroyed. Black man, Hispanic man, Native American, woman, and man. Teenagers, you're not excluded. Oh, I'm not so young. No. Because once you leave the house, you are no longer behind those gates. You're in enemy territory. So when you go into that corner store, you have to understand that your identity is what's going to keep you safe. Knowing that I'm not supposed to be what? Talking to this devil, this heathen, outside of how much is this? You're not supposed to be in the back. You're not supposed to help do no favors. These are grown men. That's their tradition. That's their culture. That's their society. You understand? You can be in the world, but not of it, meaning from it. And you, black man, Hispanic man, Native American woman, and man, have the ability to stand up and do right because your children are watching you, and their children are watching you, and we're watching one another. And the Lord He don't miss a beat. And when your works that you thought you were doing in private come to light, it's going to look like somebody smashing your freaking windshield. Why? Because you've transmitted a sexually transmitted disease, right? Because of your burning lust and desire. You don't care who you get it from, where you get it from. Some people get it from the unalived. Some people get it from animals. That's what it means to burn with desire, man. You don't have any control over it. You can control the demons that come in your head. What is your defense? When America says you can do anything, you can manifest your destiny from this end of the eastern seaboard to the western end. And you get a passport, you can do it wherever you want to do it. Well, I'm going to tell you right now, just like you will chastise your children and you love them if you care for them, and you won't spare that rod to whoop them or beat them, right? For their own sake, the Lord's not, he's not sparing it. And this is why we're destroyed, man. Don't let the Christian church fool you think God's all laughs and smiles. He ain't joking, he ain't playing. It's an absolute disgusting thing. How would you feel if you paid this bail bondsman all this money to get look a washcloth out of jail. He turned around to do the same thing. But he was driving your car, so now it's a water's estate. What do you think the Most High is going to do to your ignorant self for putting a Christmas tree in your home? You think he cares about your prayer? He don't hear the prayers of sinners. And we're going to get to that. He's going to burn it down. You're going to have electrical fire. He's going to level it. You understand? And if you just tuned in, this is the Brotherhood class. We're talking about nasty work. All right. So society teaches our young women and our young men how to market themselves before they build themselves up as young women and young men. Why is that a problem? Because you're marketing yourself as a drug dealer. Everybody wants to be a King Von. Put the dreads in the hair, which are unlawful, by the way. And now you're stereotyped by the police. And before you can tell them that you're a straight A student, he's sending all kinds of shots into your car because the person that you mirrored yourself after isn't your king. It wasn't the brother from the hood who was perfect, who taught us how to have compassion, who taught us how to follow these laws, statutes, commandments, who was the propitiation for all our sins. You didn't want to fashion yourself after him. You wanted to fashion yourself after some wicked bastard. And now you're being unalive. Same thing when it comes to our sisters. You didn't want to fashion yourself after one of the great sisters in the Bible who absolutely helped save a nation. You understand? And we'll get into that when it comes to our feast days, our high holy days. You didn't want to be that Proverbs 31. You didn't want to be virtuous. You didn't want to keep that candle lit by night and have enough oil. You understand? You didn't want to be that. So now you're suffering. Now we're suffering. And this is the point of this class, to teach you brotherhood. Now, if someone has to teach you because you educated yourself, and in doing so, you're being destroyed. That strong emotional feeling of pain. You think nobody knows? When you're looking all down, you walk around the house with your face all tight. All day long, you think about suicide, which is a very, even more selfish act. The people that you want to hurt aren't going to give a damn. But the ones that absolutely love you and care for you, the ones you reject, are the ones that are going to feel bad, man, when you do that stupid thing because of America. You'll go to the voting polls, and for your free donut, you're going to do what? You're going to what? You're going to vote. You're going to put one wicked bastard out and get another wicked bastard above you who is not of your kindred, your nation, your tongue. He's not of your bloodline. And that's an absolutely terrible thing to do. All right. So, what happens when you burn with desire? All right. Because of this lasciviousness in our society, right? What happens when you burn with desire? What does that burning do? What does it look like? Right? How does it even start? I'll tell you how it starts. It starts with you thinking that you can rest here in America. And in your rest, you want to be happy. It ain't nothing like coming home and taking your damn shoes off and letting them dogs bark. Some of your dogs bark so much and they be like, hey man, put them shoes in the trash. Your rest starts with your happiness. You want to fulfill your need, your desire to be happy. And in doing so, you take on lewd and obscene behaviors. You take on that lasciviousness. And once you get that fire started, you don't care who you step on. You used to murdering. You used to killing. You step on roaches all damn day long. Every time turn around, you swatting something and stepping on something. Now you're in that spirit. Take on that burning desire because you need to be happy. You need to be right, right? That's a burning desire. You want to be happy. Everything that you do revolves around how good you feel. We're such emotionally attached human beings, but we're attached to what? Lust, sexual desire because it feels so good. Feels so good. And you would think we will be masters at pain and going through because we are absolutely chastised by the Most High for breaking the law, statutes, and commandments. This is why you want to get high. Instead of taking that pain and it being a sacrifice, right? And having a contrite heart, you want to do what? Feel sorry, woe is me, and keep doing that thing that's getting you destroyed, and then find a way to be happy. And in doing so, you're burning with desire. whether it's the desire to do what? Have sex, to rob, to steal, to do what? Be petty, to seek vengeance when it belongs to the Most High. That's a problem. All right. So we can go to Matthew 7 and 13. The book of Matthew, chapter 7, verse 13. All right. If you got any questions, please put them in the chat. You ain't asking no questions. That means you don't want no answers. You like doing the wrong that you're doing until the Lord does something to you. Now you're going to feel like somebody did you wrong. Listen, I hate a victim, right? I don't mean a victim, someone who, like a child is, innocently enough. I can't stand someone who causes an issue. And then when it backfires or blows back on them, you know what I'm saying? Cause and effect, you victimize yourself, right? You're slapping the hell out the dog. You're pulling its tail. You're just trying it. And he's just being so long suffering with you till he snaps one day. He draws blood, right? Now you're in a victim. Oh, the dog was, no, you were absolute terror. You're absolute terror. When it comes to the oppressor the Bible speaks of, you've been an absolute terror. And because of Commander J. Yohana, I have self-discipline. I'm not going to be stupid like some dog and snap at you and bite and draw blood. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take up my sword and I'm going to put on my identity as a black man from the tribe of Judah. Quatazar Banyahara Banyasharala, which means the reaper. And I'm going to go out in these streets with this sword right here. And I'm going to go to war for my people, man. So they don't act like that stupid dog, the dog that you are, and seek vengeance upon those who do what? Wrong them. And you're absolutely going to be justified in your crimes when Christ comes back. All right? You understand that. But until then, I'm going to keep raising my people up. We're not commit crimes. We don't have to. You understand? We're free from sin because we're in our identity. You tried it. Didn't look good doing it. Sucked at it. Put on your stupid yarmulkes, you know what I'm saying? And all you know what you do. You completely misappropriated our historical records. Changed the image of my black brothers and sisters who absolutely died with hopes of being what? Rescued from your oppression. Well, guess who's here to rescue them? I am. And I ain't going nowhere. I ain't going nowhere. God forbid. So while I'm here, I'm going to teach my people how to be that in which they were created to be. And that's perfect in the sight of the Most High. We don't give a damn about your eyes. You understand? Screw them. Screw you too if you got a problem with it. All right. Let me get back on topic. Go to the book of Matthew, chapter 7, verse 13. All right. You got any questions? Please type them in the chat. And yes, I am talking to the oppressor this way. What's he going to do? Huh? You shouldn't be worried about what the oppressor's going to do. You should be worried about what the Lord's going to do, man. You understand? Thermonuclear warfare is on the way. Watch the news. We a space program. You know what Russia is. You know what China is. What you got a space program for? Oh yeah. All that Hollywood effect is starting to come off. You know that Christ is real. Yahweh Shah Mashiach in the Hebrew. You understand? And there's nothing that you're going to do, no place you're going to be able to hide. You understand? We're going to get our people together in the spirit of brotherhood. You understand? So if you got a question, please ask. All right. You got to put on the full armor of God, man. And that armor is your identity, black man, Hispanic man, Native American Indian. Do what he says do. It's easy. It's simple. Right? If you're going to work on an oil rig, you've never done it before, they're going to give you all the hazardous information. Hazard here, hazard there. Tell you to keep away, caution this, so that you're not unalived. That's what this book is doing. This King James Version Bible, it's teaching you how to maneuver through this wicked world, man, this society. How not to beat down your brothers, but raise them up because you're going to need them. You understand? You're going to need those sisters, man. You cussing out and beating and just whoring. Sisters, you're going to need those brothers you cussing out. slash and tie. You'll need that car one day. You'll need that man. It takes 2 seconds to say, look here, honey. Look here, baby. You know what I'm saying? I love you so much, man. It really frustrates me when you raise your voice. I apologize. I just get a little absent-minded sometimes. You be looking all good when you leave out here. You know what I'm saying? You smell good. And I know I appreciate it. But could you be a little bit more kinder with your words? You know, and I'll do my part and I'll listen to you. It's that simple. It's that simple. But understand this, sis. For those of you out there who want to be, oh, ain't no man gonna tell me what to do. You ain't my daddy. You understand? You know what you're gonna get an earful? Bitch, 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 please. You a bitch, your mama's a bitch, your great grandmother's a bitch. Why? Why? Somebody blow my mind. Why would you get that? Because the Bible says, not me, the Bible says that a woman that what? It's not shamefaced, right? Without shame, she'll be equated to a female dog. Don't get mad at the brother for using his sword instead of using his hands, his sheer power, his strength, as you're using your mouth to try to emasculate him. Understand that. Oh, we have self-discipline here in the ISUPK. If you don't want to hear that bitch word, don't be a bitch. Men, if you don't want to hear how happy you look in those leggings or those jeggings, hey, listen, brother, well, you can't get mad and call your spouse a bitch when she's out of line because the Bible says it's in the Bible, right? But don't get mad at her when she tells you, hey, man, I don't like when you did that. That was very feminine, out of line. Hey, brother, come on, man. Like, come on, man, give me a break. Take the trash. I just had a baby. I mean, you're not that tough, brother. Like, listen to your wife. She's telling you certain things that help you out, brother. You know what I'm saying? That's masculine. Because when you eating on them hamburgers and you choking on a French fry, you're gonna want her to come over there. You done cussed her out so bad, she might just let you choke. You understand? So we have to take care of one another, man. And the only way to do it is by getting into this right here. All right. Let me get this precept and I'm gonna give you another one that's gonna help you. All right. So I said Matthew 7 and 13. The book of Matthew, chapter 7, verse 13. All right. It says, enter ye in at the straight gate. You understand? Now, this is what you have to do if you're so-called Black, Hispanic, Native American, Indian, man, woman, and child. Anybody who has any understanding, who is watching this broadcast, you have to enter into the straight gate, man. All right, straight. I'm gonna get the definition of straight because it is imperative. All right, enter. You enter into lust. You enter into whoredom. You enter into murder. You enter all those gates that lead you to be a filthy sinner. All right, you enter into them by doing what? Allowing those people to be your role models. That's where you get your information from. That's where you get your ideas of self from. You enter into their gates. And instead of them protecting you, they absolutely destroy you according to this Bible. But I'm going to teach you how to enter into the straight gate. All right. So let's get the definition of straight. Give me just a second. Straight. All right. Straight. A comparatively narrow passageway connecting two large bodies of water, often used in plural by singular in construction. All right. That's one definition. An isthmus. Isthmus. All right. That's another definition. A narrow space or passage. All right. We're getting closer to the one that we need. All right. A situation of perplexity or distress. Causing distress or difficulty. Yeah. Limited as to means or resources. Strict, rigorous, narrow, constricted, tight. Close, tight, in manner. This is what you need to understand if you're going to enter to the straight gate. All right. The definition of straight. It's going to cause distress. Black man, Hispanic man, Native American Indian. When you push away that ham sandwich, man, Salaki, you gotta be broke ass nigga to eat a ham sandwich. The pig is one of the most despicable creatures. You know what I'm saying? Unclean, unlawful. And you want to make a sandwich, put some cheese on it. You know what I'm saying? He's like, I don't eat condiments. You eating ham. That's worse than smoking a cigarette. They're both bad, but you eating a ham sandwich? You might as well take one of them stupid Stacey Adams church shoes you like to wear and cut a piece off it and put them between two pieces of bread. A ham sandwich, man, come on, man. And then you don't even heat it up. Why don't you just eat it cold? You know what I mean? Anyways, let me get back to the precept, all right? Enter ye at the straight gate. All right. What does that look like, the straight gate? What does it look like? I'll tell you what it looks like. Turning away from your wicked ways, man. It's going to be hard. It's going to be difficult because you've been burning with desire. In order to stop burning, you have to put out that lasciviousness, those lewd and lustful acts. You have to turn away from all that porn, man. Start unfollowing some of those damn Instagram models and watch how you just are chemically designed not to give a damn. She got 150 million followers, whole bunch of goofy Negroes that look like me and you doing this until you're burning with desire and you'll settle for whatever. Fries and a shake, that's it. Now you're about to be having to register as a sex offender because you burn so much with desire, you can't control yourself. Well, in here, you're going to learn how to control yourself. You're going to have some self-discipline. And it starts with keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. That is self-discipline. This is why the Christian church doesn't teach it. What is that self-discipline? That is your identity. This is why you don't know who the hell you are, because you acting like one of them. But Barakatha Hawaii Hawashai, you're going to learn how not to, all right? You're going to rise and depart, man. You're going to enter ye into that straight gate. You're going to put that gun down, son, and get knocked out like your father used to. You know? You're going to stop being a lustful bastard. You're going to stop dressing lasciviously. You understand? You're going to stop the lewd and wicked acts. You're going to enter into the straight gate, man. You're going to, that mind that you have that's ungirded, you're going to gird up the loins of thy mind. And you're going to do it with these precepts, man. Write them down. Keep them on you at all times. Like you keep that cell phone, man. Keep it on you at all times. For wide is the gate. Wide. You understand? What is wide? What does wide look like? Wide looks like the Freaknik. Wide looks like that law that was passed that you can smoke that reefer now, man. That's what wide looks like. You know? Wide looks like red, white, and boom. It looks like Christmas. It looks like everybody going to Carnival and shaking and twisting and gyrating and rating the jive, whatever. And broad is the way, right? That way is broad. You understand? It's vast. Everybody's doing it. Like my brother brought out, Priest Officer Khan, you got 170 billion freaking goddamn Christians. They all do the same thing. That's broad, man. That leadeth to destruction. Oh, why would you take that way? Why would you go that route? Huh? You ever seen a meat grinder? You know, the mouth of it's huge. You know, you just put it in there and it comes out of the end. It's all ground up. It's destroyed. That's what you're entering to. That wide and broad, man. Because everyone's doing it. You know, now you're going to be destroyed. It says, and many there be which go in thereat. Why is that, black man, Hispanic man, Native American Indian? Why are you turning your back on the Lord? You see, that's a problem. That's why it's nasty work, the things that you're doing here in America. This is why I, coming to you live and direct, to tell you to stop performing those nasty works. Take back your identity. You understand? Somebody stole something from you, black man, Hispanic man, Native American Indian, and that's who you actually are. And they gave you a piss poor representation of your own self. This is why you feel the way you feel. This is why the Lord's cursing us. It's not because he doesn't care for us. You're going to try to say the things that you love, the things that you care for. And I don't mean a lustful care and concern. I don't mean damn near swerve because you almost dropped the blunt. That's stupid. I'm talking about going on the dang on corners and the highways and byways, traveling through territories that are ran by the cartel just to give water That's love right there. Shout out to my brothers that did that. The mission to Acuna, man. That means something to me. That's a story worth telling. Nobody gives a damn about your trip to Cancun. You was out there acting all stupid. You left hot, came back hotter. Now you sitting downtown Parsons, waiting for your shot in your ass because you was taking shots at the bar. Understand that, man. That's a story worth telling. What those brothers did. Went and gave toiletries, man, feminine hygiene products to our sisters who didn't give a who the world who has the nasty work didn't give a damn about. Man, shout out to my brothers, man. You understand? The mission to Acuna. You understand? And guess what the Christian church tried to do? They tried to funnel all that, all the products, man, all the love, all the charity my brothers brought through the church so that those Haitian brothers, those Hispanic immigrants didn't get it. But my brothers made sure they got it because one of us is worth more than them. You got to understand that. I can't make it any clearer. They put their absolute, see, they lost their lives so that what? They lost them so that they can have them. They're not trying to keep them, and doing so you will lose it. Gotta be a complete idiot to get unalived over a Christmas gift, a present. You can buy any day of the year. You're gonna lose your life. What? Holiday spirit? You're gonna rob somebody? You're gonna get unalived because of a birthday? That is idiotic. That's idiotic. Stop doing that, man. Stop smoking. Women, cover up your hind parts. Man, that's a new challenge, man. Everybody wants to do this 20v1. Man, listen, there's going to be plenty of time for that. Because in that day, 7 women are going to cling to one man with everything they need. But they're just going to want him to take away their reproach. Like you. Understand that, man. So that 20v1 is stupid. You sisters out there doing what? Selling sex. But then want to act all sophisticated. Can't cook, can't clean. Don't probably don't wipe your ass properly because your nails so long. And I'm not talking trash about my sisters. You understand? I'm trying to get you together. Yeah, you got some bozo that don't even know who he is. Who he is. We've all been there before. The Bible says we've all sinned, right? But now it's time to correct. It's time to clean up where you messed up, man. Stop entering into that broad gate, man. That wide gate. Take that. Now listen, there's a punishment that you suffer and endure alone. Why? Why do you have to suffer? It's not a will for suffering, right? You're not suffering because you're turning away from your drinking habits. You're not suffering because you're going cold turkey from smoking. You're not suffering because you say you don't like men's no more. You're suffering because you're doing everything contrary to the law. And let me get Deuteronomy real quick. And we're going to keep going back to the groundwork, man. I got to build up that ground below you before it crumbles up under your feet. You're not suffering because you're going to war. You're suffering because you're not. And that's the problem. You understand? That is an absolute problem for our people. The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 1. All right. And let me go to 27 and 1 first. This is where your suffering begins. All right. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 27 and verse 1. It says, and Moses with the elders of Israel commanded the people. All right. Moses with the elders of Israel, man. You understand? That's rank and order. That's righteous leadership. That's decency and order, man. Moses with the elders of Israel commanded the people, saying, all right, saying, keep the commandments, which I command you this day. He said, go out there and get you some fish. You know what I'm saying? Go out there and get you a crab boil. Go out there and eat you your tuna. He said, go out there and be a wicked bastard like America does. He said, go out there and get you a piece of American pie. He didn't say that. It says, keep the commandments of God, man. Keep them. You understand? That's who you are. He's telling you, don't forget who the hell you are, man. Moses with the elders of Israel, that's righteous leadership. Let me tell you what unrighteous leadership does. It does the complete opposite. It tells you, hey man, we all one people. Let's come together, spirit of pride, and let's come together and hug. What pride? You know, you can't stand it. So I can't stand NLE Chopper says I'm coming out and I'm gonna stand with my brother and sister in pride. How can you stand with your brother and sister in pride and hate child molestation? That's what it is. Pride. You're proud that our children are being sexualized and molested mentally, to whereas you have what? A young girl wanting to be a young man, or a young man wanting to be a young woman and wearing things that pertain to a man and vice versa? You're prideful in that? That's an abomination, man. And the Lord's going to take pride destroying you. This is why we needed Moses with the elders of Israel. That's why you need the ISUPK and the Commander General Yohana. You understand? He's going to teach you the right way. Just imagine going to pay your rent with monopoly money, because that's your pronoun. This is real money. It makes sense until it doesn't make sense. And there's always going to be a line drawn when it comes to America. It's just invisible. But when it comes to the Most High, that line ain't. It's not going to be invisible. It's never going to be invisible. It's called destruction of our people, and this is what we're dealing with here in America. Let me go ahead and read that one more time, so you can understand where the problem lies. And Moses, this is the book of Deuteronomy 27:1. And Moses with the elders of Israel commanded the people, saying, keep all the commandments which I command you this day. Understand that. That's righteous leadership. You don't have righteous leadership. Your role models, right? Their gates do languish. This is why you have a problem at home. You think your man wants to hear you talking about how crop top with your biker shorts, you showing off your moose knuckle? It sounds good. It's catchy. I get it. But you think your man, you think your man wants you out here showing off your moose knuckle? You don't want him having no other moose knuckles. You don't want him to have any other women, but you can allow America to have you 100 billion times over. That's what you want. You want 1,000 likes, 150 million views, but he can't have one you. You done showed yourself off to the world and got what for it? Nothing. This is why we need to shed ourselves to the world, arise and depart from the wicked ways, man. Because I'm going to read you what happens when you don't. Hence the point of brotherhood. The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and 15. All right. This is what I dealt with, and every brother in the ISUPK dealt with until we did what? We entered ye into that straight gate and became quickening spirits, lively ones, doing the work of the Lord finally, not the nasty work of America. All right, this is the book of Deuteronomy 28 and 15. But it shall come to pass, right? These things gonna happen, man. I told you not to go around there. All right, man, you keep on. All right. Yeah, hey, listen, I'm telling you right now, keep playing stupid games, you're gonna win stupid prizes. If thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God. How do you hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God? How do you listen? Just like you talk to yourself and you come up with stupid plans to hurt people because of your vengeance or because of your so-called pettiness, because of your stupid dang on birthday and your stupid horoscope, you want to do what they say you're supposed to do. So you listen to the voice of yourself instead of the voice of the Lord. And you listen to the voice of the Lord when you study to show thyself approved. That's the next precept we're going to. We're going to stick right here, right here, right now for a second. When thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day. When you don't listen to the mighty priests and prophets in the ISUPK that tell you and read to you, right? Whatever. I got brothers reading it in Creole, Haitian, French, Spanish. We reading it to you, you know what I'm saying, in different tongues, the Lashon Kodash, the separate tongue. You understand? We read it in Hebrew as well. You're still doing what? You're not listening. And you damn sure ain't listening diligently. You're not taking a care and concern to the things that you do. That's what it means to hearken diligently. You have to go through this text, this literature, which is your identity. And wherever you're lacking at, man, you got to get right where you're wrong at, man. That's what you ain't doing. Everybody want to preach and prophesy. How can you talk about what you're not doing? Who wants to hear that? That's like somebody trying to sell you a car they wouldn't drive, that don't even drive. But yet and still, our people are what? Buying that jalopy, that lemon. And we're getting nowhere. Barakatah Yahweh Yahushua. You understand? Thanks, Commander Gianna, who's the leader of this great nation. We're able to know who we are and what's expected of us. You understand? I'm gonna start from the top. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28:15. But it shall come to pass, I mean, these things will happen, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord, thy God, your power, to observe. All right. You have to always observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. That's what you see when you look and you see somebody doing bad in this kingdom. When you say, man, I can't stand a broke ass nigga. I can't stand a broke ass. I can't stand a broke. Listen, understand this. When you're low and the Lord brings you down, that's when you actually have everything you need. Because that's the only time you're going to seek out the word of God. You got to understand that. Make it make sense. When you have the things that you turn your back from them. As soon as you get that quail, as soon as you get that fried chicken in your belly, you'll stop what? Crying like a baby emotionally. You'll stop wreaking terror in your community once you get that bag. How simplistic is that? So you have to have something in order to do what? Quiet that desire that you're burning with. But you're going to have something. It's called destruction. And you're never going to have it. It's going to be taken from you. And you're going to get lower and lower and lower until you realize the thing that you need, you have. And that's yourself. When you realize what self needs, you're going to go through these scriptures. You're going to hearken diligently. You're going to observe and take care so that you won't be cursed. Because that's what the next verse says. Verse 16. Cursed shalt thou be in the city, and cursed shalt thou be in the field. These are the places that you're going to seek for help at. You're going to go and try to make your money, try to pick your tomatoes, and you're going to be cursed there. Cursed shall be thy basket and thy store. Man, no, hey, listen, I got money. I'm going to do that, I'm going to do that. Your basket and your store is going to be cursed, man. Everything that you do, cursed shall be the fruit of thy body and the fruit of thy land, the increase of thy kind, and the flocks of thy sheep. Cursed shall thou be when thou comest in, and cursed shalt thou be when thou goest out. You got to understand, they're selling food that ain't no good, taking acetone, taking off the dates. And why? It's grace and mercy that's getting you along. You done ate something that should have killed you a long time, but grace and mercy. But when it comes to these law, statutes, commandments, stop being slack because those plagues are coming. This place is going to be destroyed. Absolutely. And you too, if you don't hearken diligently into the voice of the Lord and clean up your life. Don't worry about the next man. Oh, don't worry about that. That's not your job right now. Worry about self, man. Look, bring me to my next precept, man. All right. Worry about yourself. You got any questions? Please type them in the chat. Please type in the chat. You're worried about all these things, supposedly. This is why you smoke. This is why you drink. No, it's not. You drink because you want to. You smoke because you want to. If you were worried about your man, you were worried about your woman, you were worried about your brothers, your sisters, your nation. If you truly loved the Most High, if you truly love Christ and what he sacrificed for you, you would obey his teachings. It's that simple. That's how you preserve your life. That's supposed to be your main priority. To love the Most High more than anything, and to do what? Love your brother like you love yourself. All the other brotherhood scriptures, all the other commandments hinge upon those. We have to be taught these things. So why deny the education that we're giving you of who you truly are? Man, you a shark on land. You big bad, this, that, and the third, but it's just a matter of time before you run out of oxygen, man. Yeah, you look crazy. But let me tell you about those big orcas that can come up on land and get prey, but they go right back to the water. Yeah, they can't live, even though they breathe like how we breathe. You know what I'm saying? They don't have gills like a shark. You're a shark on land, man. You're a fish out of water. You're out of your element. You're a so-called Black, Hispanic, Native American Indian. You're out of your element if you think that you're going to do the nasty work that America is telling you to do. You're going to be destroyed. How so? Everybody sees your teeth. They know that you're a shark. You big back in the third, but they want to pull you on the shore. And this is what animals do that have gills. They beach themselves. You see, they'll beach themselves with it because they're sick or whatever the case may be. They know that they can't live outside the water. Your oppressor knows that you can't live and maintain life without your power. So he gives you a false sense. He says, you can come on land. You won't surely die. I'm here to tell you, you surely will be unalived. You're out of your element. If you're a so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indian, and you're not keeping the oracles of God, you aren't who you say you are. Everybody proud to be Black. Hey, slap at five, jive on the black hand side. You know what I'm saying? It's all good, but it ain't. You know, there's entertainment in your ignorance. Understand that. But the Lord, the Most High, he don't find it funny at all. Has no problem destroying you. Understand that. Understand that. Like I said, if you got any questions, please type it in the chat. Understand that. So, you want to know what it is that you're supposed to do? First of all, turn from the wicked ways and those sins that you're committing and do what, man? Take the path of most resistance. You have to resist all those temptations, man. You have to resist that lustful manner in which you're living. You have to resist that attitude that makes you want to just cuss out somebody. You understand? You have to resist those things that make you want to mope and be sad. Resist it. Enter ye into the straight gate and know that when you enter into the straight gate, that's when your life's going to begin. When you're going to war for your brother and for your sister. That's when you have purpose, man. When you're standing in glory. You understand? You're an honorable vessel. Worthy. Worthy to be what? Given what? Worthy to be given what? Deliverance from oppression. You got to make it make sense. If you're out here just being an oppressor, an oppressing spirit, what the hell would you need salvation from if you're causing oppression among your people and you have people oppressing you? What, you're a victim? This is why you're victimizing yourself, but being a terror as well? You cussing out your kids and treating them like absolute trash because someone did it to you? Man, you got to break a generational curse. And that's what? The curse that tells you that you aren't who you are, and the God of the Bible is white, and he's definitely not, and that you can do what the heck you want to do because no one is going to take responsibility over you. I'm going to tell you right now, when you're unalived, you're not going to know it. And when someone else is unalived, you got to understand this, man. That's your sign to get it together. You praying for a sign. What you want him to, what, rain down precious manna from heaven? You ain't did all that's been done already, man. Now it's time for you to do what? Take up your sword, go to war, and do what the hell it is you're supposed to do. Period. Do what you're supposed to do. Because if not, I'm going to skip down to verse 20. The Lord shall send upon thee cursing, vexation, and rebuke in all that thou settest thine hand unto for to do until thou be destroyed and until thou perish quickly because of the wickedness of thy doings, whereby thou hast forsaken me. That's the nasty work. What you're doing. I ain't hurt nobody. I'm just sitting here in front of my computer. You know, this is soft porn. These ain't even real people. These are cartoon titties. Listen, you can be unalive and suffer a wicked punishment for those cartoon breasts. Understand that. No matter. No matter if it's drawn with a pencil or it's live and direct. It's unnatural, man. That vexation is you always being constantly irritated. That strong emotional distress. That's because you're not who you say you are. And now I'm trying to teach you to become who you are by giving you back your identity and teaching you in the spirit of brotherhood that you are a child of the most high power, man. You understand? You're his creation. You are a so-called black, Hispanic, and Native American Indian. He chose you over any other people that are upon the face of the earth. And you need to know that, man, so that you can stop acting like these people who wish they were you. All right. So let's go to First John 3 and 16. All right. First John 3 and 16. It's the book of First John, chapter 3, verse 16. Oh, hold on. Salakia. First John 3 and 16. And it reads, hereby perceived we the love of God, because he laid down his life for us, and we ought to lay down our lives for the brethren, man. Understand this, man. When someone leads by example, it behooves you to follow suit. I don't have to ask Captain Tazaria, hey, man, I seen you do this. Is it lawful? Because that brother follows the law, statutes, commandments. I don't have to ask Captain Patazar, hey, man, if I see my brother doing it, then understand, I perceive it to be lawful because my brothers don't sin. You understand? Yes, they don't. We keep the law, statutes, commandments here in the ISUPK. So how do I know if it's lawful? I see him doing it, but I study to show myself approved. And we're going to get that. It says, and we ought to lay down our lives for the brethren. Understand that, man. If you're a so-called Black, Hispanic, Native American Indian, and you're trying to figure out how to get down with the ISUPK, you understand? Google it. You understand? Type it in your search engine, wherever city you are in, scroll on a website, find out the camp leader there, and you call that number. You understand? You call that number. If you're in a so-called, if you're in Southern Ohio and you want to know how you can get down, man, how can I attend class? What is it that I need to do? You know what I'm saying? Call Captain Depatazai Ilaban. The number is 765-631-1129. And if you are afraid, man, listen, there's no need to be afraid, man. All right. There's no time to be scared when it comes to your brothers, man. We don't bite. We don't do no weird stuff, man. We keep the oracles of God. All right. If you want to know if you really serve them, come and ask your questions. Find out what it is that we're supposed to do according to the Bible, and not your wicked Christian leaders or your politicians or the president of the United States or whoever's going to be there. No one gives a damn about that, man. The only person we're going to follow is Christ. You understand? And he put Commander Junior Hanna over this mighty nation, and he's been doing a damn great job, man. Shout out to that brother, man. You understand? Salakia. Are we committed under sin? If you did what you were supposed to do. So I'm not Salakia, brother. Akazar, what is that you're asking? Come. So you're asking if a woman whores on you and leaves you after sex, and hold on, put the question up here. I'm gonna try to get it. Understand this. All right. What are you supposed to do? I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna tell you right now. That's a good question. What do you do if your woman whores on you, man? What do you do, black man, Hispanic man, Native American Indian? Akazar, what is your first instinct? Huh? What do you think you're supposed to do? And I'm not making funny. I'm not picking fun. I just want to know. Huh? Anybody. If your woman whores on you, what are you supposed to do? Damn right. Get that brother ahead. Damn right. It says Jeremiah 3 and 1. They say if a man put away his wife and she go from him and become another man's, shall he return unto her again? Absolutely not. It's asking you a question, right? Shall not that land be greatly polluted, right? We just talked about pollution. You understand? There's something called a contraceptive, and that is something that is utilized during sex so that the man can't conceive a child with the woman, right? And that contraceptive is to prevent pregnancy, right? It's usually a condom or dental, some type of dam or whatever a cup woman could put inside of her. But you got to understand this, man. Where you stick your rod is your property, right? And what happens when you ejaculate? You put your seed in that woman. Your biology. You know what I'm saying? She becomes bio compatible to you, right? And her body's adjusting to what you have. Why would you want to stick your rod in that? When you go to the bathroom, do you rub your rod against the toilet seat, especially if it's pissed all on? Heck no. Women, do you go to the bathroom and sit down on a toilet that's been highly polluted and it stinks all the damn and it has crap? No, you don't. That land is greatly polluted. But thou hast played the harlot with many lovers, yet return again to me, saith the Lord. Understand this, man. We have played the harlot when it comes to the Lord. But understand this, if your woman whores on you, you understand, you are to leave her alone, right? She divorced you and she has married another man. She is no longer your responsibility or obligation. So please leave that polluted land alone. All right. My other question is, what are you to do? All right, so let's see here. Con on one con. Damn right, brother. If your woman leaves you, man, hey, listen, let her go. Let her go. You're greater by subtraction. You understand? Con on con. My other question is, what are you to do when your wife don't accept or respect you being the truth? You don't do nothing. You understand? Listen, understand this, brother. You don't have to be a roaring lion in your own home. You live this truth, you understand? And you do what the Lord said you're supposed to do. And you don't waver. You know, the Bible says your foes will be of those of your own household, right? And you know what a foe is. What is a foe? You know what a foe is, brother? A foe. One who has personal enmity for another, an enemy in war, an adversary, an opponent. That's what a foe is. They're going to be of your own household. So if your wife doesn't respect you, she's an enemy of the Lord, man. And I guarantee you, her arms ain't long enough to box with the Most High. She can't. But here's what you do, brother. You hold the line. You understand? You say no sweat. You keep a cool attitude. You don't be emotional like she is. You understand? She's gonna come around. And guess what? If she doesn't, Lord's gonna bring her around. And that's what you focus on. You focus on doing the work. You understand? You have to take heed to thyself. Brings my next precept. That was an absolute terrific question. The brother answered right, yo. And that's for anybody out there. You leave, man. You leave. What's the point of having a lock if it can be opened by any key? What's the point of it? There's no type of protection. Therefore, the lock is useful. So if that lock can be opened by another, throw it away. It's no good. It's no good. Leave. All right. Give me just a second. All right. We don't want to play the harlot, man. Don't you ever leave because don't you ever turn from the word of God. Don't you turn from your identity. Don't play the harlot when it comes to the Lord because of a woman. You know what I'm saying? Well, JC, I got 99 problems, but a bitch ain't one. You understand? Don't you turn your back on your brothers because of the whoredom of a woman. Don't you turn your back on your brothers or your sisters because of the whoredom of the world. You understand? If the unbelieving depart, let them go. They're going to make manifest their works and their actions. That's less that you have to deal with, brother. All right. And that's an excellent question, brother. All right. So we're going to go to the book of Timothy. All right. Damn right, man. And you can hit me up anytime. You understand? That's what we're here for. The Bible says we're at the doorsteps of a wise man. Meaning, if you have a question, man, ask your damn question. Be there. Ask your question. Wear it out, brother. Listen, this is what I'm here for. That's one thing that I can't stand for. Don't rob me of my brotherhood. If you're going through something, man, don't go through it alone. I'm all about warfare, brother. You know what I'm saying? ABG, anybody can get it. Because if you're not standing in truth, you're going to be standing alone. But if you're standing in truth and you're fighting, you need help with that thing that you're fighting, you're going against, man, understand, you got mighty priests and prophets that are laid down their life. We have for you. You understand? So ask your questions, man. Don't be ashamed. You don't have to be. All right. This is the book of First Timothy 4 and 6. It says, take heed unto thyself. We went over this last week. Take heed to thyself. How do you take heed to thyself? Huh? How do you take heed to thyself? It says, and unto doctrine. What is doctrine? All right. Let's start with taking heed to thyself, man. To pay attention to what you're doing, the work that you're doing with your hands. You may not think that no one's watching, but the things that you endure, people are going to see when it comes to life. When you go out, they're going to see, oh, man, this man, he don't wash his ass. He don't give a damn about his brother, his sister. Or he's let that baby walk in the street. He let the door swing on the pregnant woman. You understand? Those ain't sins, but you understand, you can't say and say, well, I love everybody, and then hate your brother. Oh, I know who the everybody is. And they are the devil, the Bible speaks of, the deceiver. You understand? You have to take heed to thyself. And the only way to do that is if you listen to the mighty priests and prophets in the ISUPK and open up this good old book right here and find out who you are according to this Bible. Seek out who you are, man. And those answers will be revealed to you. You understand? If you have a problem with your rib, man, seek counsel. Ask your question like this, brother. Did you got a problem with an addiction? Seek counsel. You understand? Nobody's going to make fun of you. Nobody's going to hold your embarrassing moment above your head. You know how many embarrassing moments Officer Quattazar had? I've had plenty. And guess what? I don't feel ashamed about it. You know why? Because I am Priest Officer Quattazar. You know what I'm saying? Bayahara Bayasharala. I don't do those wicked things no more. And Quattazar never done them. But you got to understand, when you stand in the righteousness of the Lord, when you stand in your identity, you can be faultless among the masses. You understand? Now you're going to make mistakes, but here's the thing. Don't do them deliberately. Fight your demons and understand that, hey, listen, man, if you're a brother willing to go to war, then you have a brother that's going to be next to you that's willing to stand beside you. If you're going to be a damn coward, get the hell out of here. You understand? If you're going to be a sister that is just a problem, do that brother a favor and leave. You so cute, you so fine, you got green eyes and thick thighs, and you just the catch. You the prize. Well, go goddamn get won by somebody. Because it's not about you. You understand? It's about serving the Lord. We all have a job to do, man. Understand that, man. And that job is finding out who we are so we can build up the kingdom of heaven. And listen, enduring to the end, saying you shall be saved, man. Right? Enter into that straight gate, man. You know how when you're in pain, it seems like it's going to be a long-lasting lifetime commitment. Oh, it hurts so bad, then pain goes away. When you feel like you just gotta crack that, man. She's throwing it, you just want it so bad. Guess what happens? That same burning feeling that you have, that you're about to do and you commit it, it goes away once you've done it, doesn't it? And then you realize you made a mistake. It's gonna be the same feeling that you get that goes away when you leave that situation. What do you know? But I'm gonna tell you, if you stay, guess what comes with it? Responsibility. Now she's yours forever. Guess what else comes with it? If she's unclean, STDs, some things you may not be able to get away with or get rid of. Public humiliation, man, she's going to be the aching in your bones, all of that, because you didn't take time to do what? Help a sister out before you turned the sister out. Now she's turning you every which way and you don't know what to do. Beard ain't gonna help you. Beard from falling out, brother. Only this book is. All right, be responsible for one another, man. And that's what brotherhood is about. You understand? It says, 1 Timothy 4 and 16, take heed unto thyself and unto the doctrine. Continue in them, man. You can't stop once you enter into that straight gate. Hey, man, since I joined the truth, man, since you joined the truth, you've been cleaning up your life. Now you should understand the wickedness that you was just letting slide. When it comes to the abrupt halt in your head, you get the whiplash. That's what happens when you take heed, you understand? It starts to come out in the wash. Continue in them. Keep these laws, statutes, commandments, brother. Be a real brother. Be a real sister. Don't turn into some punk or some sissy or something nasty that commits nasty work because you were too chicken sugar honey iced tea to do what? Continue in sound doctrine, continue into your identity. Now you got to turn into what? Lean, lean. You got to turn into what? T'Challa. Now you the Black Panther because it was too hard being a black man. It was too hard being a black woman. Now you got to turn into Karen. Man, listen. I don't want to see nobody of color bleach their skin and try to be white. It pisses me off. Like I listen. Understand that, man. You don't have to do that. All right. For in doing this, thou shalt both save thyself and them that hear thee. Man, come on. You're the example. And you don't know who's watching. I'm the example. I know exactly who's watching. This is why I present myself faultless. What are you going to say about Officer Quatazar? He teaches class. He's a medic. He cares about his brothers and sisters because he knows how to care for himself. Thanks to Commander Junior Yohana, he has self-discipline. He doesn't have to get so horny that he can't contain himself. He's not burning with the say no for once. Get your big head ass on. He can what? Put that drink down. You can do the same thing. You can make miracles happen every day. You know how many people look up to you? You would never know. You know how many people do stupid crap because they see you doing it? You could stop it and save a life other than your own by laying your life down for your brothers, man, your sisters, man. Come on, that's the thing to do. Don't get unalived out here like a dog in the street because you want to celebrate your birthday. You want to blow on something. Man, get on up out of here with that mess, man. All right. So let me see what I got left for you. Understand that you don't have to be a wicked bastard. You don't have to commit the nasty work that America has been manipulating you to perform with their lies, man. Now it's time to, man, listen, cast those nets aside, man. Stop performing those nasty works. Depart from it. Arise and depart, man. Get away from it. Resist that, man. Resist. Resist opposition. They're opposed to you living the life that the Lord said you're supposed to, man. They're opposed to you doing what? Making it into the kingdom of heaven. They're opposed to you being great. You could be made flawless by keeping your identity. But as soon as you put on theirs, you become flawed because you were never supposed to dress like them, walk like them, talk like them, act like them, put on their fig leaves. You were never supposed to do that. Take on just the nationality. You were never supposed to celebrate Thanksgiving. Imagine somebody, all right, imagine your 22nd annual Johnson's family reunion. You know what I'm saying? You're out there having your fish fry and your chicken wings, right when little daddy up on stage doing his act, the whole family's watching. All 220 of y'all got the same shirt on. A group of them good old boys coming, unalive all y'all. Only one of y'all make it. Now every day in that county, they celebrate the unaliving of the Johnsons. And everybody dresses up like Day for that one day. You gonna dress up like Day? That's what you do when you celebrate Thanksgiving. Those are our brothers and sisters that were unalived. Now you're celebrating what? The expiration of our brothers and sisters, man. Like, come on, man. We got to do better than that. And the way you do that is by picking up this sword, man, this King James Version Bible, and going to war. You have the power and capacity as a so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indian to resist doing nasty work. What does nasty work look like physically? Well, it's 2024, according to this world, and nasty work is using your hand when you have tissue available to wipe your rear end. You understand? That's nasty work. That's bad technology. I mean, I can understand if you don't have any, you have to do what you got to do. But then doing such and then shaking another man's hand with that unclean hand, and then so-called eating with your other. So I've never seen And I've been in a couple of restaurants, places, those nasty bastards cooking with one hand. They use both of them to load things in, load things up, shake hands, to hug. Quite sure they use them to do other things, man. But that technology is so outdated. It's just gross, man. Hygiene is a big thing. Why do you think disease and pestilence are so rampant here? You understand? Stop hating your brother, man. Let's take back our identity. Let's come together like we're supposed to. You understand? Not in our unaliving, but in our awakening. You understand? Let's take back the identity the Most High gave us, man. Take back what Christ taught, and that's our brotherhood. Let's stop hating one another. You got to. You're gonna be in the kingdom of heaven. You're gonna make it in the kingdom of heaven. It's gonna be us. We our time to shine, and they're going to change. I can't wait. You know what I'm saying? So keep this bag of common sense on you, man. Keep brotherhood on you at all times. You see a brother going through it, man. Help a brother out, man. Help a nigga out. Help a sister out, man. You know what I mean? Don't let people run over your people. Because I'll guarantee you, if some woman was crying bloody murder and lied like Emmett Till, what's going to happen? They're going to unalive that brother. You know what I'm saying? What happened in Montgomery, Alabama with that boat should happen. Hey, listen, fight, the black and the white. If the black don't win, we all jump in. That should be the spirit upon all so-called blacks, Hispanic, Native American Indians, because enough is enough, right? You're going to get your justice when Christ comes back. So take back your identity so you can assure that. You understand? That's one thing that you can keep and build, and it can never be taken away from you as a so-called black, Hispanic, and Native American Indian. All right, let me make sure I ran through this whole list. You understand? If you have a question about why, you know what I'm saying, you're going through certain things, it's because you're demons, man. You're allowing your demons to live when you should be killing them. You should be unaliving your demons, man. Why? Why are you burning with lust and desires? Because you don't gird your thoughts. Your thoughts are unbridled. They're ungirdled. You can just think whatever in your head. That's why you do whatever. Stop thinking whatever you like. Stop that, man. No, I think a lot. No, you don't. There's chaos in your brain because you have no fashion when it comes to saying, I'm not going to think about that. You're just undressing everybody. Next thing you know, you're undressing the kid and you're not giving a damn. And then what? You're going to commit nasty work. And you know what? America's going to allow you to do it. And that's such a sad thing that America sexualizes children, saying that they can pick their own pronouns. Well, isn't that directly tied to sex? Him, he, her, he's have wee-wees. Hers have vaginas. You understand? So how is that not sexualizing a child? Make it make sense, man. Don't be some filthy, nasty bastard, man. All right. If you have a problem with your emotions, you understand it's because you're not girding up your thoughts. It's not always about you and being happy. You know what I'm saying? What do you think? Don't you unwrap candy to get to that sweet pleasure of tasting the chocolate? What happens when you need that remote control battery? Don't you have to get through the wrapper in order to be satisfied? Understand, sometimes you're going to have to deny yourself those things. And guess what? You're going to be better off because of it. All right. Don't be afraid to do what you're supposed to do. And that's enter ye into the straight gate, man. Because John 9 and 31 says, now we know that God heareth not sinners. And this is why your prayers aren't being answered. What are you praying for? You're not praying for the rising of your nation. You're praying for justice against your brother because he did something to you that's a product of living here in America. It's a product of poverty. You're not going straight to the root of the problem. You're just trying to take care of a symptom. And in doing something, you're willing to destroy your brother. Well, you have to stop thinking like that, black man. Why don't you fast and pray and destroy the oppressor, the wicked one who's causing these problems? And then guess what do you know? Your people are beginning to rise up. Now we have a place to stay. We'll have somewhere other than the bus stop to hang out. Because contrary to what you believe, they are confederate against us. Psalms 83, that the name of Israel, that's you so-called blacks, Hispanic, and Native American Indians, baby, no more in remembrance. This is why they're colonizing. This is why they have gentrification. Why they're raising the rent. And you say, well, I need to month to month now, $200 extra. Now you gotta have 3 times the rent. This and that third. And then they just moving on in, and you just moving on out to where? They don't remember you. You done gave them what they wanted. You've been a freaking idiot your whole life. Generation to generation to generation. Now it's time to say no. La ah. Now it's time to pick up your sword, man, and go to war, man. You understand? And that's a mighty thing to do. Don't be a coward. Don't subject yourself to being ridiculed by society because you wanted to be who they said you were. Because contrary to that stupid movie, when they said cut, that little dumb, I can smell your nappy, whatever. They all started laughing, and she took the makeup off. All that shit about a Honda, like my brother says. They was cracking up. These Negroes are buying this. That's why these other nations are calling you stupid. You still believe in Hollywood. It's still real to you. The Exorcist head spinning around 360. Well, I'm telling you right now, you can worry about your head spinning around 360. It's gonna be rolling down the street doing the 360 when the Lord cuts it off for your wickedness, man. All right. So with that, we are the ISUPK store at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. All right. Rule for a new brother or sister. When a new brother or sister comes to the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They're here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or a sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. All right, this will help if you listen and pay attention, right? This will stop you from going to Facebook when it don't work out. Just follow the rules. All right. There's another 6 months in which a brother and sister will court each other. After this 6 month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. What do you know? Decency and order. Such a lovely thing. All you gotta do is follow the rules, man. And you won't have to be talking about one another as you cuss each other out, posting negative pictures, and trying to dog each other on Facebook, man. Just follow the damn rules. All right. Tithes, which is a commandment. Numbers 18 and 21, Malachi 3, 8 through 10. My Ishra, which means a tenth in the Hebrew, 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Pay your damn tithes, man. It's a commandment. Give to General Mayakala or the teacher a priest fund. It's a free will offering. It's not mandatory whatsoever monies you would like. All right, so we have the memorial blowing of the trumpets coming up. All right, if you have any questions, please check in with your camp leader. All right, Facebook, man, it's called the World Wide Web for a reason. There's no reason why you can't get the network going to get your questions answered, whatever it may be. All right. It's called the World Wide Web for a reason. We're worldwide. You can log on, ask your questions, get information, locations, dates, anything you need. It's available to you. It's at your disposal. All right. Um, if any brother wants to be a trooper in the school, all right, that's where you start off as a trooper in all black, like I have on all black right now. It's where I started. It's where everybody started, even Commander Junior Hunter. All right. Start wearing all black. All black means all black. Don't come here with no Nike check. It means all black. Now, if you have an issue, talk to the head, the brother. You know what I'm saying? We'll get you together. All right. And that's a part of self-discipline. You can't do what you want to do in here. We all suffer our soul the affliction to get better and to become blameless in the sight of the Lord. We do exactly what He says, and it's absolutely doable. All right. If you want to try, hey, listen, we're willing to give you an opportunity, man. All right. Start wearing boots, shirt, pants, headscarf, and with that, Amajim, which means to stand. All right. Get this thing right up on there. Most High Christ, my brother. Priest and Officer Khan, man. Hey, listen. Monday night's history class. Tuesday night, tune in with me, Officer Quatazar. All right. If you're in Dayton, Ohio, it's going to be Priest and Officer Isaiah, man. A mighty brother. Go on and get here. Ain't no excuses, all right? Wednesday, going to be Priest and Officer Yahweh Thumb teaching the law class in Dayton. And then Columbus going to be Priest and Officer Sakan, man. Check in, man. That's a funny brother, man. But hey, listen, ain't nothing funny, but it's all funny, all right? Ain't nothing funny. Get what you need, man. Get right where you're wrong at, all right? My brother gonna bring out something heavy for y'all tomorrow, as he always does, all right? So, Amajim, which means to stand, Wapunya Hakwadum, turn and face the east, all right? So this is what we do in Israel. Say the Lord's Prayer in our native tongue, and then we read it in English. All right. So try to get that Christianity off you. Stand up for your brother, cover your head, put a scarf on, primarily a bandana. And I'll teach you about having it open at the top. Sisters, just cover your head. And repeat after me. We're going to say the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. All right. Abinawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Quadash, Hayah, Shamka, Yahweh, Malakwaka, Taba'ah, Ratazayaka, Hayah, Aisha, Ba Rataza, Kawa, Yawam, Wasalaknawa, Kabawafinawa, Kasalaknawa, Kabawafinawa, Wala'ah, Tabayanawa, Banasaya 1, Abal, Hawashayanawa, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Hamalakwaf, Waha Wa Thapara, La'ai Walamya. Amen. All right. What I just read in the English, in the Hebrew, I'm getting English. All right. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, Yahweh. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory forever. So be it. All right. This is the Hakak, the prayer for the power. Yahweh, by Shem Yahushua, Baba Kashah, Nathan Lanawa, Hakak, Hakak, Larapa'ah, Kal Makala, Wakal Matawa, Hakak, La Tahar, Ha Matazarayim, Hakak, La Hakwim, Hamathiam, Hakak, Al Rakawath, Hatama Allah, Lagarsha, by Shem Yahushai, Duadama. All right. In English, Yahweh, in the name of Yahushai, please give us the power to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease, the power to cleanse the lepers, the power to raise the dead, the power against unclean spirits, to cast them out. In the name of Yahushai, thank you. So be it. Bless Israel. Yahweh, by Shem Yahushua, Barak Lanawa, Wayasharala, Wayabayath, Saparim, Barak, by Shem Yahushai, throughout Amman. What I just said was, Yahweh, in the name of Yahushai, bless us and Israel and the school. In the name of Yahushai, thank you. So be it. All right, we'll go through Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. Asha'ah, Ayanya, Ahaharia, Mayan, Yaba'ah, Izaria, Mayan, Yahweh, Aisha, Shamayam, Warataza, Al Yatan, Lamawa, Ragayaka, Ayanawam, Shamarka, Hana, La'a, Yanawam, Wala'a, Yayashan, Shawamar, Yashorala, Yahweh, Shamarka, Yahweh, Tazalka, Al Yah, Yamyanka, Yawamam, Hashamash, La'a Yakaka, Wayarak, Balayala, Yahweh, Yashamarka, Makal Rai, Yashamar, Athnapashka, Yahweh, Yashamar, Tazaaka, Wabuwaaka, Ma'ai, Wa'ai, I will love. In English, I will lift up mine eyes unto the hills, from whence cometh my help. My help cometh from the Lord, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. The Lord is thy keeper. The Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. The Lord shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in, from this time forth and even forevermore. All right. Hey, shalom, Israel.